Hey team, so just forewarning, I'm here with Sergio. As you guys have seen, we've been hanging out. He's been teaching me a lot of lacrosse basics. I brought him into the kitchen to teach him some cooking basics.
I'm ready.
But I will say, it could get a little testosterone right now. Like this is, yeah.
Couple of chest bumps,
Yeah, boom, right? So we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna show him one of the coolest things you can do when it comes to creating a post-workout meal that can last a lot. I'd say 4 to 5 days, or if you're Sergio, it can be your breakfast. Because it's just, how much do you eat, dude? Like, how do you get this big?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. All right.
4 or 5 meals a day.
We're gonna make sure you looked after that. So, dude, what we've got here is a couple of different types of mushrooms, guys. And this is something that when you go down to the market, whatever you're working with, you can kind of decide on, it looks awesome, that tastes great, and it's affordable as well. So I'm gonna teach you, yeah, I know, dude, that's enoki mushrooms. It's some of my favorites.
That's good.
It's great, right? And they actually string apart like spaghetti. So when you cook them, it becomes like nice, little twirly action. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna teach you how to do the basic part of frittata. And we've got these ingredients here now, but then you can integrate whatever you want after knowing the basics of how to do a frittata. I've always had this thing for challenging people to cook and crack an egg with one-handed.
It's easy.
You got this, dude?
You told me I'm doing that.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Actually, let's give a backstory. So you've got a family who've grown up with a deli, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So give me a little backstory to our family and friends back home.
Family and friends. My dad and my mom back home, they bought a deli in Bluefield Hills, Michigan, Embers Deli. Great food, great family-run restaurant. So I learned a little bit basics growing up.
Yeah, of course. And then it got to the point where you became so good you can.
I mean, I'm probably too confident right now. We'll see.
Okay, so crack, one-handed egg, boom. All right. Ooh! Sometimes you get little twins happening like that. Cool. Your turn, dude. You nervous? Oh, don't you break that thing now. It's great. How'd you go? Oh, nothing but net, dude. Nice.
Right, so not as clean as you.
All right, let's see. Speed up now. Nice. Oh, dude.
Dude, I'm impressed by myself after that.
My perfect art to creating the ideal frittata is your whisking. All right, you whisk for days. So right here, you've got all your beautiful yolk and your white. You want to whisk so it gets super airy.
Them up,
oh yeah, so you're adding volume, you're adding air. All right, you want it to be super bubbly, and that will help the rise, okay? But doing this is not actually your whole shoulder. You're just using your wrist. Okay?
The wrist,
so just all on the wrist.
Yeah,
it's all in the wrist. So once you get to a point where it's nice, full of volume like this, and you get a nice ribbon. So you want to you almost want it to be the same consistency all the way out. If you see like a blop, that's pretty thin, right? If you see it go blop and then a little bit, it's not completely whisked through. So when you see people do this, they raise it up and it clumps together, they're testing to see the consistency. Happy with that now? So it's time to build your base layers. You got your egg, which is obviously very, very much a basic and foundation part towards your frittata. So now we've got here some beautiful mushrooms we got. We also have garlic and shallots. Okay, so you can also use onion, but I think garlic is, do you like that?
I like that, shallot.
All right, so, cool. So just a little smash, and by doing that, it naturally separates it, and then just came through, nice fine chop. So you're just gonna scrape that up using the knife, getting all the oils as well off the board. Dry heat, okay?
Why is that?
We're gonna go dry heat because that's gonna help release all the oils from here. That's gonna be concentrated, as opposed to initially diluting it with olive oil. You're then gonna add the olive oil to it. Okay, so let the natural oils come out for a little bit, and then you add it. Whilst it's going, so about 30 seconds on that, you can smell it, right? Do you like that?
You guys see this, by the way? Extra virgin olive oil. Dan Churchill, his own freaking brand. Olive oil. I didn't know about this. Come on.
Did you not know this?
We've been friends for a long time. I didn't know.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Come on.
Yeah, so you guys will learn more about this, but essentially, for every bottle we sell with this, we're helping support someone in need by helping feed, I think, 11 or 12 people. 11,
great cause.
There you go, it's a great cause. So, olive oil in now, that beautiful olive oil we're just talking about. So you can hear the sizzle. We've got our shallots. Gonna do the same thing. So we're just gonna split this down the middle and just a nice fine chop. And by doing that, you get a nice built-on surface area. Smells good, right?
Yeah.
So right now, the garlic's cooking nicely, probably a little too much, but the heat's there. So the pan's still hot. I've just taken the pan off the heat. So sometimes people get a little bit intimidated by having a high heat and they're like, I don't know what to do. Just take your pan off the heat, put it somewhere else.
Relax.
This heat's still, exactly, chill. All right, so here's your base: onion, garlic, olive oil, shallots, garlic, olive oil, whatever you want, ginger, chili, you can go whatever way you want. From there though, this is where you build your profile of flavors. I've just gone 2 types of mushrooms, but you can add cheese, you can add, hard herbs or herbs. I've got here some basil or basil, yeah? And I was telling you about before, these guys, all you have to do is just take off the end like this and then start to spring them apart.
Just put them in like that.
Just like that, dude. Mushrooms are also quite high in protein. They've also got a lot of good stuff for the gut and really good for the immune system. So it's a
I didn't know that about mushrooms, protein, really.
Yeah, for like a vegetable, 100%. A lot of iron, a lot of magnesium, those kind of things are really essential for you as well. That's why I always say with frittata it's great, because if you want to mix it up a little bit, you still get your essential proteins you get from your eggs, so you mix up your flavors and obviously then your nutrients by having different mushrooms and other things. We also have here some trumpet mushrooms. Yes, they're obviously
That's why they call them trumpet
100%.
mushrooms.
Look, yeah, right? I like that. So I'm just gonna kind of get nice thin slices out of it, like this, but you can shape them however you want. So now that these are like translucent, you're looking for them to kind of add some flavor to them, yeah? So add in these guys first, because they are thicker or wider and they take longer to cook than this. Just got your layer of your first part of your mushrooms. This is like, first you'll do your cones, then you do your drills, then you finally
This is like the warm-up.
Exactly,
This is the warm-up.
exactly.
Now we're getting into the
actual game.
game.
Team, come around here. You'll see these things are starting to get nice and soft and translucent. So from there, we're gonna add in our nice, beautiful mushrooms. Sweet, so this is coming along really nicely. You start to see this, the enokis are kind of like our call sign right now. When the enoki mushrooms become super soft, we can add in and fold in our eggs.
They do, it really does look like spaghetti.
Right? See?
Yeah.
Oh, that last one was baller. Yeah, so you see, you got this really nice strand thing. This is why I love enokis. Like you get this beautiful, see like that, it's strings. It's like pasta. Yeah.
You've done that before. Don't ever you haven't done that before. You haven't done one of these before.
Wait, I'm gonna hang off you. So now what you want to do is it's become that nice soft texture, yeah? Golden brown, you can see the textures come to a nice soft foundation. Just quickly come back to our eggs. Gonna fold it in.
How many eggs is this then?
I think we did it at 9. Yeah, I usually do 8 to 10, and I usually count 2 per serving. And because it actually can fill you. It can actually fill you up because you've got abundance of other things in there as well. So with that, we need our spatula. So this is what I was saying, create the layers. All right. So you push through, and then shake the pan. The cooked part comes to the top, and then the river of the egg runs to the bottom. See like that? And so you're creating layers, just naturally doing that. Cool. As you're doing this, start to tear up some basil for me. We're gonna push that through as well. If you look back here, you can start to see the coagulation of the egg, and that's me scraping the bottom of the pan and allowing it to run through the natural river. Yeah, good, nice man. So this is the fun part. So if I look around the edge and I'm scraping it's really thick, right? And just by shaking and agitating, you can see it's still quite jelly-like, but it's kind of more bound together. So at this point, I don't want to continue cooking because the base will start to burn. So I'm going to transfer it to the preheated oven. Preheated at about 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. That's about right.
I wouldn't.
Thanks, Maddie.
I wouldn't know.
Chuck that straight in the oven. And we're good, dude. That's it.
How long?
Oh, probably about 8 minutes.
Yeah, oh, that's quick
That's
too.
really quick, dude. Really
Start
quick.
to finish.
So what can we do in 8 minutes?
A lot.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I guess.
8 minutes, I'm exhausted.
Woo! Speaking of 8 minutes, woo!
Oh my.
Look at this legend.
Goodness.
I mean, just making us
Holy
look bad.
legend. This is crazy.
So man, it's nice and fluffed up, and that's because of the actual air we got into, and that was because of all your wrist action. So the more wrist action you get into it, the more of that beautiful air, and obviously the rise you get and find here. So
I wish you guys could smell this right now.
it's pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
Super tasty. Because of the way that you create your layers and the fats are within this, it creates a beautiful separation from a non-stick pan. You see it's coming off nice and easily. If you want to make this one day of the week, you have it a couple of breakfasts, a couple of lunch, even for a snack, if you need that nice little high protein hit, and just shake the pan like that, agitate it, it releases it from its, base, and then just,
Wow.
boom.
Look at that.
So dude, that's it, and essentially it looks like a pizza right now.
Yeah.
So it's a really simple, all-in-one, you can completely vary the flavor, the amount of nutrients you have in it as well, as long as you learn that technique with the eggs, folding it through, put in the oven, you get any flavor you want to it. Team, if you want
Those mushrooms are incredible. Actually though. Wow.
Right? Yeah. My dude. Guys, as you can see, it's always fun and games down here in the studio kitchen. So if you want to see more of this, give us a like, comment on who else we want to see down here. And of course, if you have any questions on recipes, healthy cooking, or how to get in touch with Serg, of course, right?
Always available.
So you can check him out on his Instagram, Serg, which is?
At Serg Perkovic.
Nice. You can also see him across all the stuff that I'm doing, anything lacrosse-wise, it's him. But of course, team, if you want to see more of these healthy cooking videos, make sure you hit subscribe, because there's a new one out at least once a week. You never know, you meant to see Serg and I bro down again soon. My guy.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks for having me, Dan. It was awesome. Thank you.